but we're here now, baby. And I'm sorry, couldn't love you, but I swear I love you now, baby. Took a long time to get here, but we're here now, baby. And I'm sorry, couldn't love you, but I swear I love you now, baby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Paysafecard Go4LoL West Cup. This is the 261 edition and we are in round 32. My name is Benvarmeren and our first game of the day is going to be between Benvarmeren and I'm. And we are already in the pick and ban phase, and Benvarmeren have banned Elise, Aurelia and Kalista. So taking away a lot of the pick pressure that these champions can bring to the map. And on the other side, I'm is taking away Rengar and Nidalee, and they are still waiting to come out with their last ban. Well, for now, Rengar, I know Lollison is a huge fan of Rengar, so that's really no surprise. Nidalee is a very strong early game jungler, and Azir is still very strong in the mid lane. He didn't, even though he did get nerfed, he still has a lot of damage when he builds a Nash's Tooth. So he's very strong in the late game still. Now it does leave some picks open, of course. Alistar is open. Fiora, if you like to play her in the top lane, she's open. But Thresh is actually going to be the first lock-in for Benvarmeren. So really prioritizing their ability to find someone to pick them out of position with the Thresh hook and saving someone with the Thresh lantern. They are looking to make some plays with Thresh, and that's pretty much one of the best supports to pick up if you want to make plays. Now I'm does have the next two picks, and they can go for something like a Gnar. Gragas is still open. Evelyn, Echo, Diana as well. She's open. She's a form of Rengar, since she can just assassinate pretty much everyone once she gets a couple of items. But it looks like it's going to be Leona and Gragas, prioritizing a lot of their abilities to just CC someone down with Leona, and Gragas being a very strong early game jungler. So now at least Gragas has one strong lane to gank if he wants to go to the bot lane, since Leona will always be there and be able to make some plays with her crowd control. I like these pickups actually. You could have gone for Braum. Braum's still up. He's a strong support right now. Alistar is also up, so if you'd like to get a bit of frontline once you come out of laning phase, then you could have gone for those. But Leona is so much better in the laning phase. She does fall off in terms of being that frontline in team fights, where Alistar or Braum would have been better. And she does have more CC than Braum, so in the lane phase, she outshines those two. Then on the other side for Benvarmeren, they pick up Gnar and Sivir. So now they have more CC to complement their Thresh. With the Sivirs on the hunt, they will be able to just bring Thresh right into range of his flay and just take someone out. Gnar, on the other hand, also a lot of CC. He can go for a Black Cleaver or the new Ravenous Hydra, the tanky one, he can also go for that to just have more damage and more tankiness. I'm not quite sure what it's called though, but they have a good teamfight composition already, and on this Iskistorben picks up Evelyn and Jinx, so I'm not quite sure it is going to be a Gragas jungle anymore. It could be a Gragas support. I know it's probably not going to be a Gragas support. It could be a mid lane Gragas as well. But I have seen some Leona top lanes before, and they had worked pretty well with a Nash's Tooth. But I'm not quite sure we will see that kind of cheese today. But Evelyn is also a very strong early game jungler, and if she goes for a Runeglaive, she will have a lot of damage, and she will be able to take someone like a Severe out very fast. Same with Jinx, a lot of peeling for her already with the Gragas and the Evelyn, and Leona is going to be in the front line, so they at least have that late game damage coming in from Jinx. And Diana and the Sin is going to be the last lock-ins for BBet Gaming. So now they have an even stronger team fight now, because of Diana being such good assassin slash team fight mage. Because in the team fight she will be able to just burst someone down once she hits her Q, and when she uses her ultimate, she will be able to just take someone out of the fight so fast, and Jinx is going to have a hard time surviving against her. Lee Sin, on the other hand, as well, is a very strong early game jungler. You have some strong lanes in the top lane and in the bottom lane. The mid lane isn't the strongest lane, since she has to get her her ultimate before she can really start to do some plays. But a good composition for BBet Gaming. And Iskistorben, they lock in Maokai as the last pick. Getting a good frontline tank and even more peeling for Jinx is definitely worth it, and it will help them keep Jinx safe against the Diana. I can expect a bit of Leona to be too far ahead in the front line, since that's where Leona wants to be, and Jinx is your main focus on this team to keep alive, because she's all the late game damage, and pretty much all the damage you have. Gragas as an ability power mage isn't the best anymore. But teamfight composition against teamfight compositions, it's going to be very interesting to see. Anyways guys, we are going to take a small break. We have 3-minute delay, and when we come back we will be into the game.
This is it.
Hello guys, and we are in game now with Biba Gaming versus Iskes. Both teams are running out of the base now. And on the blue side we have Biba Gaming with Waymo in the top lane, Lollison in the jungle, we have Satan in the mid lane, and Mokobi being supported by Asensi. And on the red side we have Iskes with Cox in the top lane. We have Keen. It's not the real Gravity Keen, just to make sure for everyone. In the mid lane, then we have Heroic on the jungle, and Sharpie being supported by Magnum. And Biba Gaming just got spotted trying to do an invade, and Iskes did mock them a bit in the old chat, which is never nice to be marked, but that happened. Anyways, guys, standard starts for each team. Maokai going with a Thorns ring, which is very something normal, because it allows him to clear some of the jungle camps, usually the ones up around here, and it also allows him to do better trades in laning phase. And he really have to get that Dawn's rings, since he is against Ignar, who will bully him a lot in the laning phase with his boomerangs and his auto attacks. And Magnum and Sharpie actually helps Ironic here in the jungle very much, and they do fall a bit behind in terms of CS in their own lane. It will be very interesting to see if they can if they will be able to get the dominance, even though they lost the lead and the experience that they could have gotten. I'm also very interested to seeing this mid lane go out, because Satan on Diana. Diana is someone who should always be bullied out of lane, but against a Gragas, someone who is melee as herself, I don't think she's going to have too big of a problem, because she will be able to just keep poking with her crescent strike and get to that level 6 point where she will be able to outshine Gragas. It's not going to hurt her too much, and once you have when you're against Diana, who comes out ahead or even in the laning phase, then you're in a big trouble, because having that even Diana, who is very healthy in terms of CS and in terms of experience, that's a big problem. But now Ironic is coming from behind. Satan takes a lot of damage, flash body slam, and this is going to be the first blood for Iskes. Very nicely played by Ironic and by Keen, just getting down the ignite and a flash body slam, the synergy helping to pick up the kill. Very nice play. And now Satan, well, I just talked about him going even in the lane. That this is very dramatically changed since Ironic just got that gank off, but it still doesn't hurt too much. He's only behind 500 gold. That's not too much here in the early game. He will be able to go back and get a Dawn's ring, while Keen will be able to get a chalice, so he can poke a bit more and make Satan's life more miserable than it is already in the early game as a Diana. That is pretty miserable. Yeah, Ironic just got a very nice gank off. And in the bot lane, Sharpie is poking, trying to poke Mokobi and Asensi out of the lane. It's not working too well, and now Ironic's actually in top lane. Rainbow gets locked down by Maokai, and now Ironic's trying to get more damage in, but it's not able to. Lollison is in the top lane, trying to make a reply gank, but he gets spotted by the ward there and decides to just back off. Now Cox is in the lead in terms of health, and Ironic is still hanging around the top lane trying to see if Raymond is going to make a bad decision, which doesn't look like it. But Lollison is still in the top lane and trying to hang around, but now he will not go back. He decided not to go back once again and will do the Grom instead. He is fairly healthy, so there's really no reason for him to go back. And the hook lands onto Sharpie. Magnum going in onto Makobi, but Makobi just spell shields the stun coming there. And in the top lane, both top laners are putting a lot of damage onto each other. They're very low, both of them, and Cox does not have teleport, so going back would not be ideal for him. While Reimu does have a teleport, but now Ironic is in the top lane once again, and that's a flash onto Reimu. Will Cox be able to pick up a kill? No, he will not. Reimu flashes away, and Ironic takes a lot of damage, and Cox was about to go down, but very well played by Reimu using his jump to get away from the twisted advance. Very well played. And Ironic is doing so much in the early game, but now Lollison's in the mid lane. Keen takes a lot of damage. All of those boxing onto Keen is going to hurt him a lot, and now Lollison just walks away after landing a Q onto Keen. But the Ironic is doing so much work here in the early game. Lollison haven't really been able to find a engage, but now Sensi is taking a lot of damage, and Sharpie, you, my friend, are dealing a lot of damage to Asensi and Makobi. Lollison's in the mid lane again. Keen taking a lot of damage, but here comes a teleport, and now the ignite onto Lollison. Twisted advance onto Lollison, going under the tower. Just a second too late. If Lollison would have picked up the kill just 1 second or half a second earlier, that would have saved his life. Magnum taking a bit of poke, not too much, but a little bit. And this is turning out to be a very, very aggressive game with a lot of blood. And Lollison finally found his first gank. Ironic have found a lot more, but he is to be fair, he is a Evelyn, so he is able to sneak in behind people and deal a lot of damage. And now that he is 6 and has his Agnes Embrace, he's going to hurt so much more. And if he goes to the top lane with the twisted advance, then it's going to hurt a lot, because the CC that comes out of the combo from a Maokai and a Evelyn is very devastating. Now Lollison's in the mid lane, lands a Q onto Keen, but here comes Ironic. Will it be a double kill for Iskisdobin, or will Keen go down? Keen goes down to Satan. Now Satan's the one's in trouble, and Ironic is taking a lot of damage. Lollison actually picks up a kill onto Ironic, so a 2 versus 2, but it's Bieber Gaming that comes out ahead, and this game is so close to even in terms of CS and in terms of gold. There is a CF differential in the top lane and in the bottom lane, but not too much, and Reimu actually shoves Cox back into the tower. The twisted the Maelstrom being used by Cox, and now Reimu's actually going very hard into it. He does go down. His Mecha Knight ran out, and he were not able to take all the damage that Cox were able to put out. And now Sensi and Makobi is taking a lot of damage. A solar flare onto Sensi, but Sensi might be able to get away. He takes a lot of damage, but Magnum and Shabby does not have enough damage to follow up. There is still a Super Mega Death Rocket, but it's not enough to take down Sensi quite yet. They need to land at least 2 or 3 more auto attacks, but now Keen is actually heading to the bottom lane. Will he be able to find something? He is going in from behind. He does have his ultimate as well, and he should be able to knock someone back. The minions are getting closer. Super Mega Death Rocket on Makobi, but it's being spell shielded and Sensi goes down. Keen, with the help of his explosive casks, picks up a kill. And they are finding kills everywhere right now. Cox is the one that is getting all of the gold pretty much on the team, on the side of the Iskastorben, and he already have a righteous glory. So once Iskastorben wants to take the dragon, or any other objectives, maybe even do a team fight, that they will have a very strong top laner that will be able to engage for them, and he is their main engage. So having that righteous glory is definitely the right decision. It helps him with engaging, and when he has that much movement speed, the twisted advantage is not going to be hard at all. And Reimu is not able to really match the damage that Cox can deal out right about now. He does have a Hexdrinker just to be able to survive the laning phase, but it's not going to be hard if he takes most of your health from every Q. Cox. Essentially, try to move to the top lane and try to find something, but we're not able to find anything as Ironic was there. Satan now in the mid lane, dueling a bit with Keen. Lawless in his there as well. He lands a Q. Now Ironic comes in from the side and a kick onto Ironic, but that's a double kill from Satan. And this Diana already has a lot of damage, and a fat Diana is certainly not something you really want to go up against, and having that Gragas, who is so far behind, Gragas weren't a good AP mage after he got nerfed around season 4, I believe it was. After he got nerfed in season 4, he wasn't really that strong of a AP mage anymore, and as that makes him worse, he's certainly not better playing from behind. Satan does have to be careful now, as Ironic and Keen both have respawned. Reimu in the top lane is fighting with Cogs, and Lawless in the star as well. Will they be able to take down the tree? Mega Gnar! But missing the stun, but Lawless picks up the kill, and now Ironic's in the bottom lane. And wow, Sharpie actually picks up a double kill with the Super Mega Death Rocket, landing onto both Sensi and Makobi. And this will surely be the first dragon of the game going over to the side of Iskastorben. If they do end up in trouble, then Cox will have a teleport, and he is going to be up in 5 seconds. So getting the dragon should not be a problem at all, especially not with Lullison being at the base. Then it should not be stolen at all. Both bot laners have not finished Infinity Edge yet. They are still working towards it. Both are around 1,000 gold from it, so we might see it come very soon. But Sharpie is definitely closer to having it, since he is 1,000 gold ahead of Makobi, with the help of those 3 kills that he has. Reimu just farming away, does have a fairly good amount of AD with the help of that Hexdrinker. And now Lollison's in the mid lane, tries to find a Q onto Keen, but Keen actually gets hooked in, and now Satan might get his 4th kill of the game. No, scumbag Lollison picks up the kill and makes it his 4th kill of the game. Lollison and Satan have just gotten all the kills in this game, and all the ones that is very strong right now. A Fetley is definitely something you don't want to go up against as well. And having Lee Sin snowball so hard in the early game, a kick lands onto Cox. Cox takes a lot of damage. Reimu hacking away, and Reimu picks up a kill. But going back to what I was saying, Lee Sin is such a strong early game jungler, and when you decide to go for a Warrior's enchantment, you have to snowball, and that's definitely something that Lolison have been doing. Magnum gets hooked and Mokobi takes a bit of damage. Now Sharpie and Magnum are the ones that is in trouble. Double teleporter into the bot lane from B-Bag Gaming. Super Mega Death Rock does land, but his spell shield, and Magnum goes down as well. Satan and Mokobi picks up the kills and tries to go for the dragon, but it's not there, so we'll decide to just get a scuttle crab as well. Sorry guys, that was my alarm. I was supposed to be sleeping right now, so if you heard something very unusual, then it was my phone alarm. Nothing to worry about. And the Sensi was very close to stealing that wolf and actually denies Keen. The body slam will kill come down here. Ironic is there. Rainbow, have you gone too far? Yes, you have, but he gets a 1-for-1. And B-Bag Gaming coming out ahead with around 5,000 gold here in this early game. All their kills going onto their mid and jungle. And they are dive buddies. Lee Sin and Diana will be able to dive forever together, and having some fat dive buddies is definitely very good. Ironic gets find out, does get a shield from his ultimate, and essentially actually picks up the kill onto Ironic. So Ironic can't even be in his own base anymore, and you're not going to get any help from your mid laner, who is 2-5-2. Satan does get hit by a solar flare, dodges the Zenith Blade actually, and does get out alive, but is trying to find a Q onto Sharpie to try and burst him down very fast. But everything returns back to normal, and now most of B-Bag Gaming are here in the mid lane. Asensi does get hit by an explosive cask, and Ironic is in the mid lane, so Rainbow might be in a big trouble here. Meanwhile, the mid lane, B-Bag Gaming are trying to find and engage. Satan uses his pull-in, but is not in range of anybody, so that was a big problem for them. Now Magnum is looking for another engage. Same with Keen, but Mokobi just spell shields the barrel, and now Lolison is in big trouble. Went too deep, and Cox is getting him. Flashes twisted advance, and now Sharpie might go down. No, he will not, but Magnum goes too far under the tower onto Mokobi and dies. So a 2-for-1. And now Iskistorben will surely try to push up the mid lane. But Asensi is here, just respawned from the dead. And Iskistorben actually picks up a kill onto Mokobi. Ironic was still there, able to deal a lot of damage with his warrior enchantment and his sheen. And B-Bag Gaming just overextended a bit too much there. With the dragon respawning in 30 seconds, Iskistorben will be able to put down a lot of wards and gain control over that area. It's going to be so hard for B-Bag Gaming to come back in and get the control that they really want in that area. And Mokobi actually have been able to catch back up in terms of gold against Sharpie. He's not behind 1,000 gold anymore, only 200. So very nicely from Mokobi. That is definitely something you can be proud of. And now Iskistorben actually gave up the control over the dragon, and looks like B-Bag Gaming will pick up the second dragon of the game. Solar Flare going on to all of B-Bag Gaming, but Magnum is the one being focused. Kosh comes in from side, King comes in for the side. Satan goes hard onto Magnum and actually goes down in the end. But now Jinx is on a rampage. She is excited. Will she be able to just keep resetting all the way to the ace? Asensi is the only one left, and That's a double kill for Cox, and Sharpie dealing so much damage in that fight with the seal and the Cloak of Agility. Iskestorpen is actually pinging towards the Baron, and they should be able to. There is going to be 8 seconds before someone respawns from Bieber Gaming, and Makobi will not be able to steal away the Baron in this point of time. So a 20 minutes Baron already for... Oh, actually it's double teleport comes in from Bieber Gaming, picks up a double kill onto Sharpie, and will it be a Quadra? They just got a Quadra, and the only guy who got a Baron buff was Magnum. Very nice double teleport right there from Bieber Gaming. Let's try to see what they just wrote in the chat. Everybody just joking a bit around, having some fun over that double kill. That was amazing. I did not see that coming at all. But now Bieber Gaming's teleports are down. Same with Cox, and Magnum is the only one with a Baron buff. So if Iskestorpen wants to make something out of that Baron buff, they have to group up and do the team fighting that they really want to do. Sharpie is very strong right now. He has a Phantom Dancer, so he's certainly a force to be reckoned with. And if you cannot kill him as Satan is the one who is supposed to kill Sharpie. If you cannot kill Sharpie, then you're in a big problem, because there's really no one else that can dive the backline of Iskestorpen, and you're not going to have enough time to get to tear through the front line as Bieber Gaming. So you have to pick out Sharpie or find some picks as Bieber Gaming, or you're just going to naturally lose the team fight, because you gave Jinx enough CS and enough kills to have a very strong mid game already here at 21, and having that Phantom Dancer already, that's very unusual. It's not very unusual. If you have farmed very well, then you should have it, but for some amateur pro players, then it is unusual to have that Phantom Dancer already. But Keen is also getting a bit back into it. He is building towards his death cap. Cox is very strong right now. He has a Brightest Glory and his Frozen Heart, so he is very strong, and whenever he jumps into the backline or front line of Bieber Gaming, the Frozen Heart is going to help him so much, because one, there is an AD carry who is going to build attack speed, and the Frozen Heart lowers attack speed. But then your mid lane is also building attack speed, since he is building a Nash's Tooth. So the attack speed is going to hurt Bieber Gaming quite a lot. I am going to try and see if I can see what the reason by the... Wait, they are actually thinking that he's scripting. Okay. Well, I don't know a lot about scripting. I do know that you usually play Seraph or these skill shot champions when you're scripting, and I can't really see the reasons to why you would script as a Jinx, since she's just an auto attack based AD carry. Maybe she's using aimbot. I'm not quite sure if it's is into League of Legends aimbot, but when I was playing Counter-Strike, then aimbot was pretty much used everywhere. So that could be it. I'm not quite sure though. Well, guys, I am going to put on some music, and I will turn it off once the pause is done. So I'll see you guys in top 26 minutes. Well guys, we are back and a kick just landed onto Heronic. Sharpie picks up the small red buff. I'm not quite sure what the red buff is called, but he does pick it up, and Heronic gets the red buff that Lonson was trying to steal away. Satan gets his blue buff, and now that his Nash's Tooth is completed, he will be able to just have these extended team fights with all of his attack speed and be able to proc his Moonsilver Blade. I think it's called. Yeah, it's Moonsilver Blade. He will be able to proc it, and he is going to be on split push duty with that Nash's Tooth as well, since the Moonsilver Blade passive once again just empowers his auto attacks and allows him to pick up the towers even faster. So he will be on split push duty. Bebek Gaming are trying to do a Fnatic push, and they do use the blue trinket to try and find something, but they do not. 2 seconds guys, I will be right back. And now, with the help of that Baron buff that Magnum had earlier, they will try to get that tower and make use of the Baron buff, but it has been a wasted Baron buff, since they really didn't get anything out of it. Sharpie still just farming away. He's only 4 CS ahead of Makobi here, while Satan is around 50 CS ahead. Yeah, 50 CS ahead. Well, my math class is actually learning me something. 50 CS. I can do math, guys. Are you proud of me? And now once again Iskistroppen will try and group up. The dragon is respawning in 55 seconds, so if you go in and get some of the dominance in that area, then it is surely going to help. And they They just keep trying to siege, but there's just so much wave clear from the side of B-Bag Gaming with the Sivir and the Diana. The front line isn't taking too much damage from Sivir yet though, since she doesn't have her Phantom Dancer or Static Shift yet, and there's also so much health and armor on Cox. So Sivir will not be able to touch her. It's basically just Satan who's going to be dealing so much damage in this team fight. Makobi of course will have some of the regular damage. He will have some of the sustained damage as well, while Satan will be able to burst. The dragon is actually alive, so B-Bag Gaming will of course try and see if they can pick someone up. Cox actually gets hit by a hook, but nothing comes out of him. Satan gets twisted advanced by Cox, and now Sharpie is the one being focused, and body slam, well not body slam, like a ignite ultimate onto Sharpie, and we have a pause in that team fight. So essentially trying to get away, but will probably be chased down by Hironic, who has C24s and a warrior enchantment. The Evelyn just deals so much damage right now. She is a bit tanky. She has a giant's belt, not a guardian's angel. She has a giant's belt, so she's a bit tanky, and Cox is just too tanky for anyone to deal with. And I'm a bit surprised that Sharpie keeps surviving, being dove by Satan, but Satan apparently just doesn't deal enough damage to take him out, which is very surprising since he has 7 kills. He is going for his Sonya's next time, so that he will be able to dive without going down too much. Well, guys, I am going to put on some music once again, and when the game is going to be on pause, we will return. Okay guys, so we are back into it, and Sensi gets picked up by a super mega death rocket, and now Iskestorpen does get the second dragon of the game, and they might be the third dragon of the game, sorry, and they might be able to pick up their first tower as well. And with the help of Jinx, who has so much attack speed, and the 24 procs from Heronic, it is going to be very easy for them to at least get these 2 kills, towers, and get back into it. Now BB Gaming, all they really have to do is to go into the Baron pit and place down a lot of wards. Iskestorpen is going back. The Baron is respawning in 18 seconds. You do have the timer, so go in there, place down a lot of wards, get it under your control, and then you can start doing something else. You have to really control these Barons. It's 27 minutes into the game, and if you can't control Barons at this point against a late game comp, when can you ever control a Baron? It's going to be hard if you can't control. They do go in, get a Scuttle Crab and a ward, and they actually land a hook onto Magnum, but decide not to go for it. They are Baron dancing, and Cox is in the bottom lane. There is going to be a response time from him, since he has to teleport first. So there is going to be a bit of time before he can react, but he is moving towards the mid lane, where BB Gaming are trying to siege up a tower and try to take down the towers. But the problem is Satan has to take Sharpie out here in teamfights, and the Radisco is actually being popped by Cox. Now Lullison goes in, kicks away Sharpie. Sharpie taking a lot of damage, but Satan is not able to go in. He does get Sharpie down. Sharpie takes a lot of damage, and now Heronic is going down as well. And Iskestorpen is just falling everywhere, and that's a perfect ace right there from BB Gaming. BB Gaming should be able to pick up a tower or 2, or maybe even the Baron if they want to. They are turning towards the Baron now, so the second Baron of the game is definitely going to be going towards BB Gaming. There is a ward in the Baron pit, so they might want to clear that, because if they are not fast enough, then Cox will be able to teleport down in 10 seconds, and a super mega death rocket is coming as well. Sensi has to be very careful, but it lands on the Satan, and Sensi does get away. So Sharpie now with a last whisper will be able to tear through Lullison, Reimu and Satan. All these people building a lot of armor, he will be able to tear through them and just wreck them basically. So now Heronic also has a Brandon's Omen. He will be much stronger in a team fight now that he is so tanky. He will not get taken down so easily. Makobi finally has his attack speed item and is building towards a last whisper, which he will have in around 700 gold. So the light is not totally out for them. Satan does have his Sonyas as well, and this allows him to dive even more and wait for his cooldown to come back up. Lullison going a bit in and putting down a little bit of damage and poking a little bit. Now with the Baron buff, BB Gaming are sieging up. They do, with the Baron buff, they do have a good siege. Also with Sivir, the siege is good if you can, but the only problem is if you can't spell shield the Gragas explosive cask, then you're going to be in a big of trouble, because Sivir doesn't really have the hugest attack range. So she is going to be fairly exposed walking up against Elsa Water Tower. Heronic gets a Scuttle Crab, but it's on the wrong side of the map. Now Satan actually finds Heronic and picks it up, and with the Baron respawning in 1 minute, it should allow BB Gaming the dragon, sorry, to go down there and get some vision if they want to, or fight here in the top lane. Teleport coming in by Cox, Solar Flare landing onto Satan and Lodderson, but Magnum is very low, goes down. Keen is the next one being focused, and Sharpie also goes down. Cox is the last man left and will be taken down. So that's another perfect ace for B-Big Gaming. Very well played, and this should be an inhibitor coming up for B-Big Gaming. And if they can get this top inhibitor, then Dragon is certainly theirs, but they can also push for the victory. 10 seconds before someone respawns, running is the only one left. Vengeful Maelstrom. Oh, not that's Maokai, sorry. Agony's Embrace being used, and running just goes down. Now the Nexus is the one being focused. Super Mega Death Rocket lands onto 2 people, but the Nexus is being focused. Mokobi is still not going down, and this is going to be B-Big Gaming's fight and their game. Very well played. They did manage to turn around in the end and just pull the game with some very beautiful perfect ages. Anyways guys, we are going to go into a small break, and when we return we will have another game with B-Big Gaming, so don't go anywhere.
The truth.
It's running in our blood. The answers are lying here within. The truth.
no secrets, there is no mystery at all. The love in each of us is all we really need to know. Break away,
Break away, break away from the chains, from the wall. Break away, break away, break away from the chains, from the wall.
Lay down, staring at the sunset, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Think of all my dedication, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Sometimes when nothing's going right, I wish that I could go back in time, back in time. Tonight I feel the tide moving, and this is bigger than me. Now I need to breathe. lay down, staring at the sunset, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Think of all my dedication, and I wonder how it all came down to this one moment. Sometimes when nothing's going right, I wish that I could go back in time, back in time. The salt in the skies won't let you taste the tears. Just fall into fire, the girl that I forget.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jesper Benvarmeren and here with Paysafecard Go4LoL EU West Cup. We are in round 16 with BB Gaming versus Foxhound. And we are in picking bans as well. BB Gaming have the first ban, but haven't banned anything yet. 2 seconds left to go, and it is going to be an ARI ban. And actually, Foxhound immediately responds with an Azir ban. Okay, so ARI ban taking away a strong mid laner with a lot of damage, some good assassination potential, I would say, and the charm is of course something you don't really want to go up against as well. Azir, strong late game champion once again. There's really no reason to explain why Azir's banned, because he's so strong in the late game and he has a lot of CC and a lot of ways to make outplays. Wayne also being banned. They don't want to play against a late game carry that will be able to shred a few tanks. And the second ban is going to be Elise. Okay, so taking away Elise. Elise is one of the strongest junglers right now. She has a lot of pick potential. She has a lot of damage if you want to build her Runeglaive, and she has a lot of tankiness if you want to build her as a Cinderhulk jungler. And you can do pretty much both things, because she is so diverse in the ways you can play her. And a fun fact is actually, most people like to build Runeglaive on her to have more damage, but it is, and I say it again, it is the Cinderhulk who has the biggest win rate. Okay, Skarner also being banned, Fizz also being banned, taking away strong jungler and a very strong top laner. But that leaves open Lolazin's Rengar. Okay, so Rengar is open. Very strong AD carry killer. Every AD carry hates to play against him in solo queue, and I can understand why. And he's also very strong once you get your level 6. Oh, sorry, not Vladimir. It is a Lucian. Illusion also being picked up alongside Braum. I'm not quite sure you have to pick Lucian right now. There are so many better AD carries open. Kalista, Sivir, Corki, Tristana, to name a few. Ashe, if you want more CC. But Lucian have some good synergy with Braum, since you can proc that passive very fast. And BB Gaming immediately responds with a Nautilus pickup. So now you already have a strong jungler who has a lot of damage, and now you have a Nautilus who can go top or support. So that's your flex pick for now, and that's going to be your front line. So there's really no reason to have a strong jungler. Rumble also being locked in. Okay, so it is going to be a Nautilus support, probably. So Rumble being logged in as well. Now you have some good synergy with your top laner. So once both Lollerson and Remu has their level 60 equalizer, and the Rengar ultimate is going to be so strong, and it is going to just make the ganking so much easier if you can land 2 Ebolas at once. Vi and Gnar being logged in for Foxhound. Vi is also a strong jungler. She's not the god tier right now, but once she gets her level 6 and has more CC, she is going to be very strong. And alongside Gnar, just more CC and more frontline for Foxhound with the Braum pickup and the Y pickup. I can maybe see them missing some damage, because Lucian doesn't have that much damage as an AD carry, and when you have a Y, if you aren't going to build a Cinderhawk, a 24s, or a Black Cleaver, then you're not going to deal much damage. So that leaves you with a 2-man threat composition, and the problem about 2-man threat compositions are it gets shut down so easily. So now they have to pick something that's very, very strong in the mid lane and has a lot of damage, and just allows them to not fall too far behind in terms of damage, since your Lucian doesn't have that much damage. But on the other side, BB Gaming have 4-man that is going to be a threat, because Sivir, Diana, Rumble, Rengar, all of them have so much damage, and will be able to just shut down Foxhound, because yeah, you have a front line, but your front line is not going to survive against all of that damage if your backline aren't able to tear through it. So right here, a Azir would have been very good, but stuff like Orianna is open. Orianna could be a good pickup here. I'm not quite sure what we will see. Yeah, Orianna would definitely fit better than a Lulu. Lulu would have been better in the top lane. If you had went for a Lulu mid lane, then that would have been very weird, because then you wouldn't have had any damage at all, and then you would have a team composition that evolved around having Lucian to deal all the damage, and if he's not going to be able to deal all the damage. Well, we are going to remake the lobby, since apparently Lollerson had a bug. Where he couldn't really pick his room pages. Anyways, guys, I am going to just put this into a break. We did go through the whole lobby, so once we come back and they have picked everything, I will start to talk about the team compositions in full. So don't go anywhere, guys. Okay, guys, we're back once again. Same picks, same bans. So Sivir already been picked for Makobi since he's the AD carry. Rumble, Diana again, And Orianna was going to be the last pick, which leaves you with more damage than you would have gotten with a Lulu. As I said, if you went for a Lulu, then you should have gotten a top lane, because then you would have had more damage than a Gnoir. And if you had a Lulu mid lane, then you would have relied all your damage onto a Lucian, because Lulu falls off late game. If you put all of your eggs in one basket, which is Lucian, then I have one question. What are you thinking? Because Lucian is not a hyper carry. So you should not put all your basket into that. No, you should not put all your eggs into that basket, because that basket is not going to take you that far. But now they have Oriannas. Okay, so let's focus on that. They have a good Rumble combo with Gnoir, with Y, with Braum, with Orianna, who all just synergize very well with all their crowd control. So they have the good combo, and they aren't missing out of damage. The only problem I can see happening for Foxhound is the fact that their frontline wants to be in the face of B-Back Gaming, and Orianna is going to be left exposed then, and then we're back to the problem with Lucian. If Orianna is exposed, that means she's dead, because you have Diana, you have Rengar who can jump onto her very fast, and Lucian is the only one who can self-heal a bit with his stash, but he's not going to carry you through team fights. That's one thing he's not going to do. He's going to help you siege up, yeah. He's not going to carry you through team fights. So that's going to be very interesting to see. But guys, we are in the delay right now, so I am going to put it on break. And once we return, we will have B-Back Gaming versus Foxhound. So don't go anywhere. Welcome guys, we are in game with Beeper Gaming versus Foxhound. On the blue side we have Beeper Gaming with Raymu in the top lane, Mokobi, and then we have Lawson in the jungle. We have Satan in the mid lane and Mokobi as the carry with Itai as a support. And on the red side we have got Daniel in the top lane. We have Reaver as the jungle. We have Vladimir in the mid lane, Roxa as an AD carry, and Defu as the support. And Beeper Gaming are actually doing innovation. They land a hook onto Roxa, but will Roxa go down? I'm not quite sure. He will. He'll just get tickled a bit by that fire, but nothing else coming out of it. Okay, so pretty standard starts right here. Rumble did go for a cloth armor and 5 pots, since he will be poked a lot by Gnoy. That's very normal when you're playing a melee champion against the Gnoy. Then you will get poked a lot, and just getting 5 pots is going to help you through your laning phase so much. But once again, Beeper Gaming with their 2 teleports is going to have so much pressure on their map. But when Diana hits level 6, then it's probably going to be the time for her to teleport more, and she is going to have a harder time this game than she had the last game, because now she is against Vladimir on this Orianna, and Orianna is a ranged auto attack mage, so she well, got Daniel's just doing a bit of unusual stuff there. Anyways, she is more auto attack based than Gragas was, and she has so strong auto attack. So Diana is going to take a lot of poke in the mid lane. So she's going to have a harder time, and she will probably not come out ahead this time. If she's lucky, she will come out fairly close to Orianna. She should not come out even. That is one thing she should not. And now Def is actually going on to Itai, since they just hit level 5, but you shouldn't go on to the Nautilus support. You want to hit the Mokobi, the Severe, because if you can hit her with the Winter Spite, then she should be going down, because she's so squishy. Well, she should not go down right at the start, but she's so squishy that she will take a lot of damage at least. And maybe if you're lucky, you can get a summoner spell or 2. I'm actually a bit surprised that Satan went for a Dawn's Blade. It just means that he's prioritizing his damage here in the early games, but the normal thing you do as a Diana is to go for a crystalline flask and some pots, because it allows you to just keep sustain here in the mid lane. But now Reaver is actually in the top lane, and Raymu is in big trouble. Flash being used by Reaver, and Goth Daniel picks up the first blood with his 3rd proc by his Wallop. And now Foxhound is in the lead, a small bit. They have 1,000 gold lead, so not too much, but still something. And Itai actually goes in onto Ruxa. Ruxa takes a little bit of damage, and now Lullison is just coming to the bottom lane. So will they be able to hit something? I'm not quite sure. They should land a dredge hook right here. They do land a dredge hook onto Ruxa, and Ruxa takes a lot of damage, but not enough to go down, and they back off once again. Satan went back to get another Dawn's Ring. That is a little bit unusual, in my opinion. Oh well, not unusual. It would have been unusual if he went for a crystalline flask. but now that he had a Dawn's Blade already and not a Crystalline Flask, then that's very normal, just to get more mana, get more health as well. So that's a fairly okay decision, but he also bought 5 pots, so he knew he had to sustain for pretty much forever, and 5 pots is certainly going to help him do that. Oh, a Dredger onto Deathy, and Lawson is here in the bottom lane, so they might find a kill here. They do get away. Foxhound's bot lane, and Remo is taking a lot of poke here in the top lane. The Gnar is taking a lot of damage as well, since he doesn't have any pots anymore. He's not going to be able to regain so much of his health, and now Ruxar is putting down a lot of damage, but also taking a lot of damage in return, and Mokobi and Itai backs off, and they had to be careful because he's here in the bot lane trying to look for a gank, but is he going to be able to find it? He's going towards the mid lane instead, where Vladimir and Satan are trading a lot of health. Oh, Mokobi goes under the tower, takes a lot of damage, but does get away in the end. Ruxa and Mokobi are both very low. Ruxa haven't decided to go back yet, but will just pick up the last farm, and he's actually ahead in terms of farms. That's a lot of farm here in the early game that he's ahead of. That's something like Mokobi have to be very of. And now Satan here in the mid lane is going to get ganked. Will Reaver be able to find a kill? Satan do have a ult if he had to use it, but do not use it. There's really nothing he could jump to, so that's understandable. But now Lollison is here in the mid lane. They outdive bodies once again, but when Satan is low in mana, there's no way that they're going to be able to do a gank like that, and especially not when Reaver is there and Lollison doesn't have his level 6, then he's not going to be able to gank at all. Satan is about to go back. He has his teleport if he wants to use it to get back into the lane, and just instead of walking. The lane isn't pushing too much. It is going to be set in the middle, but Satan is going to teleport back. Yeah, so not going to miss any CS, but that takes away some of the pressure that B-Back Gaming would have been able to place with those 2 teleports that they would have. And now Vladimir actually been found here. Will Satan be able to pick up a kill here? I think he might be able to. He could have flashed for that and used his Lunar Rush once again after he landed that Crescent Strike. Reaver is in the bot lane as well. Itai have to be careful now. There is a Winter Sprite onto you, and that's a stun onto Itai. Itai takes a lot of damage, gets picked up by the cooling, and now Reimu's in a lot of trouble. And Mokobi actually gets stunned as well by the Gnar ultimate, so a 3-for-0 exchange, and now Foxhound is in the lead, and I'm not quite sure why Reimu didn't try and cancel that teleport right there, since he was against another teleport and a free man. He knew that his teleport was going to be late, so I'm not quite sure why he would continue with it. Yeah, Lillison trying to steal the dragon away is not quite able to find it, and Vladimir finds a pink ward as a consolation prize. They actually have also placed a pink ward in the bottom lane to to counter if Lollison was coming towards them, which he wasn't, so the pink ward was wasted in the end, but still better safe than sorry. River on this Y decided to go for a warrior's enchantment, and that's very smart because the warrior enchantment is something you have to snowball with, and since he already snowballed before he went back and got that warrior enchantment, it's definitely going to help him snowball even more. So a warrior enchantment, very smart. And in the top lane, Reimu did get taken down a second time there in the bottom lane, and he now has a Seeker's Arm Guard. Seeker's Arm Guard, sorry. There was a combination of Seek's Herald and Seek's Harbinger, and now Reimu is getting ganked in the top lane. Reaper lands a good Q, but that was a very weird ultimate right there from Reimu. And now Lollison's in top lane with the help of Satan, lands a Crescent Strike onto Reaver, and now they're going onto him. Will he be able to land? Yeah, he lands a Crescent Strike and his Lunar Rush, but now Gothaniel is the one being focused by Satan. Will Gothaniel be able to turn it around? It looks like it. He does it! Not do it. Satan, on the other hand, does it. Sorry guys, I got hyped for Gothaniel right there, but now Satan is in a lot of trouble. Vladimir is there, and Vladimir has to use his shockwave in the end to pick up that kill, and now Gothaniel decided to pause the game since he had hyping. So we are going to have a small pause until he reconnects. I think he will try and reconnect at least. But talking about this game, Foxhound, they are up 5 kills and they only had 2,300 gold, which is not that much, but in the early game it's still a lot, and especially when you have it on your Gnar, who is going to have a Black Cleaver very early in the game. He's going to be able to shred through the Seeker's Arm Guard from Reimu, and he's going to be tanky. There's no doubting that, and when he's tanky already at this point in the game, then you're going to have a problem, because the thing about someone getting fed in the early game is that it brings them straight to their mid game, and having a fed Gnar in the mid game with a Black Cleaver, and Beeper Gaming is not going to have a lot of armor, so he's going to shred through the little bit of armor that they already have. It's going to hurt them a lot, and it's going to be very interesting to see if they can somehow play around avoiding that Gnar and not getting into many fights against Gnar. Now Rookstar is actually the one trying to reconnect, and I actually thought it was Gothaniel that was the one that had to reconnect, but apparently not. Okay, so River did a very good job at snowballing this game already. With the 5 kills that he's been a part of, that's a very high count for a jungler already here 12 minutes into the game. But also Gothaniel being part of 6 kills, that's even a higher number, and that's even more amazing. Well guys, we are going to take a small break, and I will return once this game has been on pause, so don't go anywhere.
begins. Begin war. War. Begin war.
Okay guys, so the game has been on pause now and we are back into it. So Epic Gaming is falling behind because of all the kills and the CS advantage in the bot lane and in the in the top lane. There is 5 CS advantage in top lane. It's not that much and it doesn't make it a big difference, but the difference in the bot lane is pretty huge. It's around 20 CS, and that's a lot already here in the early game. 32 CS, so not 20, 32. That's a lot, for only being 30 minutes into the game. 13 minutes into the game. Satan goes in onto Vladimir, and Vladimir takes a little bit of damage, but not too much. Tries to turn it around and does a good job, but now Reaver might have found Lollison here, and Vladimir is actually there, being able to land a shockwave and just being there to secure it. But Satan also gets picked up, and meanwhile the top lane Rainbow also gets picked off by the house that Gnar is able to turn onto him. And in the end, Zitai also goes down, so Makobi is the only one left alive, and now the game is fully in control of Foxhound. Go4Daniel is so strong with that Black Cleaver, he's just shredding through Rainbow. Rainbow has no chance at being in top lane, really. Roxa also just being the lane bully that Lucian is, and dealing a lot of damage. And with that help of Deafy to proc those, oh, that's actually a very nice flash. The culling coming out, not quite enough to get it, but we'll get it in the end. And now a teleport is coming in from Satan on to Ruxa, and Ruxa goes down. Now Go4Daniel is chasing Rainbow once again, and Rainbow is not able to turn any damage onto him, but Go4Daniel gets found by Lollison, and Lollison have way more damage. Rainbow does get a kill in the end, and now it looks like Foxhound are giving up a lot of gold. They are giving up around 5,000 gold, and now Reaver's in the mid lane. Satan once again just taking a lot of damage. Reaver actually tries to flash in and finish the kill, but is not able to do it. Satan being forced to build that Sonya's first. It's going to help him dive, of course, but Abyssal Scepter would have been better in my opinion, especially against the Oriana and the Y, because a Sonya's, yeah, it's good, you can dive, but why would you die? Why would you dive anyone when you're in a team fight? But now Reaver might have been found. Reaver have been found out here. Dredge onto Reaver as well. Satan lands a Crescent Strike, but the teleport comes in from Go4Daniel, and Vladimir and Go4Daniel are turning onto Satan. Sonya's being used by Satan, just buy him a little bit of time, and now Vladimir also goes down. Deafy comes in from the side, lands a stun onto Itai. Lollison goes down in the end, and a 2-for-2. Yeah. So in the end, it is I'd say it is Epic Gaming that came out ahead, because that they had that they got the shutdown gold. It is certainly something that will help them. And now we might see Foxhound starting up the first dragon of the game. They should be able to get it, because Lollison is far from there, and I'm not sure he will be able to get it. He's not going to be able to get it, and in the end, the dragon will be picked up by Foxhound. So Foxhound is fully in the lead, and now Ruxa does have his Infinity Edge, so he's going to start dealing a lot of damage. Vladimir has his Affine's Unholy Grail, and Gnar is still strong. Itai here gets a stun proc onto him and just gets deleted. Reaver didn't really have to go there and help, but comes in the end. And Reaver, he's so far ahead that he could afford to go for a 24 if he wanted to, but it's not going to do it. He wants to get a what looks like a random summon, but that's also okay because it just allows him to be this bruiser type of jungler, and if you can deal damage with his warrior's enchantment, it's still fairly early into the game, and the warrior enchantment haven't fallen off too hard yet, so a random summon and a warrior's enchantment is fine. Nolison is just hanging around a bit here, and I'm not quite sure what he's doing there. He's been standing there for some time. Maybe he's just looking for a pick onto someone, or waiting for Satan to say go onto Vladimir. Maybe I think he's waiting for the wave to push into the mid lane, forcing Vladimir to go forth, but will get spotted by a ward in the end, so a little bit of time wasted there. And Weaver also finds a ward, gets a ward for a ward. Lollison has his brutalizer and his Tiamat completed now, so he's very strong and will be able to kill someone very fast. But once again, BBEG Gaming has to rely on the damage from Satan, since he's the one getting all of the kills on BBEG Gaming. Oh, Dreadhawk onto Deafy, but nothing's going to come out of it, and in the end it's just a little bit of teasing. Makobi is just getting further and further behind in terms of farm. Lollison actually finds Ruxa here and might be able to pick him up in the end. Yeah, he does. Flashes into the bush. Very nicely played, but will get killed by Weaver in the end. And Satan really wants to get this pink ward. Let's get it. Vladimir is now the one in trouble. Remu is teleporting in to the mid lane, but it is not going to matter too much. But nicely played from Lollison. I've actually never seen that play before, and that was very well coordinated with the flash and jump. Now Foxhound will try to push out the mid wave. The equalizer will clear out the wave, so they won't be able to go and grab some of the mid lane towers. Got Daniel and we were very strong. There's not much to say about this game because Foxhound, they're not looking for that many engages right now. They're just waiting for the dragon to respawn so they can get the third dragon and go towards the fifth dragon. And Ruxa is actually going for a Yumo's Ghost Blaze. That's not something you usually go. You usually go for a Yumo's Ghost Blade if you're ahead in the lane and you want to snowball even further. So in this case, it's very good, especially against Makobi, who is so far behind, and against BBEG Gaming, who doesn't have any armor really. The only one that's building a little bit of armor is Remu. So Yuma's Ghostblade will of course help. Now they are going on to Reaver. They want to take down the jungler so they can get the Baron. Teleport coming in from Go4LoL, and Satan just went too far. Might be taken down here by the help of that Shockwave and Reaver. Now Mokobi's the one being focused. Will he be able to get away? No, he will get picked up by Defi in the end, and that's a nearly perfect ace. But Reimu did get away, and now he will probably just clear out the way with the equalizer. But Foxhound is strong enough to just tank up the tower and get on with it. So Foxhound should be able to get the next dragon, get the third dragon, and get that movement speed that is going to help them a lot, because movement speed is so essential in League of Legends. Having movement speed is one of the best attributes you can get, because the game is so much about rotations and stuff. And I'm excluding armor and not armor, attack damage and ability power, because of course you want ability power, but getting movement speed is just so good, because who doesn't want free movement speed? Satan once again going for a Nash's Tooth. The problem for Satan is he's really never able to dive into the backline of anyone. He has to make a pick somehow, and he's not able to make these picks. So it's a very hard game for him. Itai finds a pick mod and will proceed to clear it out. Gets a small consolation prize. But you can just see here in the jungle of BB Gaming, 1 ward, 2 ward, 3 wards, 4, 5. This is pretty much wards everywhere. Actually, Daniel gets taken down in the top lane by Lolison and Reimu. So Daniel in a bit of trouble. Anyways, but the problem is that there's really so many wards for Foxhound here. They have 2 upgraded. They want the upgraded totem. They have a sidestone on the jungler and their support. So there's a lot of wards, and now Mokobi might have been found out here. Roxa is going on to him and does pick up the kill in the end. A heal was used by Mokobi, but it was used in vain. There's really no reason to use that, because he had already procced Yuma's Ghostblade, so you would get away from him. He had a flash as well, a heal, and a dash. And now Lolison have been found out. They are going on to Lolison, picks him up a death charge will be used onto Vladimir, but Vladimir gets away without any trouble, and BB Gaming can't even go into their own jungle. They are in such a bad spot and are having such a hard time right here. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to see if Foxhound will try and siege something. Could go in a 5-man siege, or Weaver. Satan, you're in a big trouble, my friend. That Sonya is not going to save you forever. Anyways, I'd like to see Foxhound group up as 5 people, or for them just to go into a 1-3-1 split push, because you can send Go4Daniel to top lane or bot lane, and then you can send Weaver there somewhere as well, or a 1-for-1. But a fight happening, equalizer very good, but Lolison gets picked up. Now Reimu is going on to Weaver. Mokobi's the one being focused, and we might see an ace coming. Yeah, an ace for Foxhound takes out BB Gaming, and Go4Daniel is just pushing in the top lane, takes out 1 tower, and we will probably see another tower for Foxhound here in the mid lane, taking out BB Gaming. There's not a lot BB Gaming can do. They are so far behind. They have to try and turtle this game, and if they want to turtle it, they have to have Severe in the lane that is pushing. Satan might get taken out there. Satan gets taken out by Go4Daniel actually, and a 1-for-1. That's very surprising. I'm not I didn't expect us to see a 1v1 by a top lane and a mid lane, that a top laner would win in this game, but we did see it, and now people gaming are hunting. They want to take out Vladimir. Lawless had popped his ultimate, goes on to Rootside bot, a nice shockwave onto 2 persons, does save Vladimir, and Lawless and Anita will get taken down. They do not save himself. Vladimir picks up another kill. That's a double kill for him, and now the teleport from Satan is coming in, but he's not going to be able to pick up Vladimir. With that, Sonya's is going to take away Satan's ability to take him down. And now Daniel has found Makobi. Makobi is in a lot of trouble. He does have the flash, but should not be using it. And that's an ace for Foxhound once again. Daniel securing it with that Hexwinger and the Frozen Mallet and the Black Cleaver. He has a lot of attack damage while being tanky, and Makobi is far from even having his attack speed item. BB Gaming is a lot of trouble. They have to turtle this, and I'm not seeing it happen because Satan is not really that good at turtling. But they had to find pick as well. Turtle or find picks, and Lillison might be 1v1 there by Daniel. So for Daniel, that's a another 1v1 that he won, and now he can go back if he wants to. Yeah, he probably will. He's fairly low. And meanwhile, Foxhound is doing the Baron. They will pick up the Baron here, 30 minutes into the game, and will probably rotate to the mid lane to try and push out the waves, rotate then to the top lane, or get the Dragon, sorry. Satan in the top lane being out of position. Vladimir picks him up with a nicely placed shockwave, and it is going to be a surrender by BB Gaming. Very well played by Foxhound. They just did a very good job at snowballing this game and finding picks everywhere in the early game. So very well played, guys. Guys, this is going to be the last game for me today. So thank you all for watching, and you can find me over on Twitter if you'd like to follow me and get some notifications on when I am going online and when I'm shoutcasting. So thank you all for watching, and see you next time.